What's up, everybody? I'm Johnny Parker, here with
Daniel.
And we're here to talk about Go-Go Power Rangers number 9. We're going to fill you in if it's worth reading, and we'll give some reading recommendations at the end.
It's not bad, so I get to learn a little bit of something. So I'm down with this, and I think we should start right now. Spoilers! They're coming! You better be ready, because they are coming for you!
Exactly. Spoilers, mother lover. We got them all up in this video. So if you ain't read the book yet, better go to the end, because we got spoilers coming for you. So check it out, Dan. So Go-Go Power Rangers number 9 is really cool because it's picking up kind of like a new storyline. Okay. Because this one is actually tying into Shattered Grid. Now, for those people that don't know, Shattered Grid is the whole like time travel thing. Mm-hmm. We got Lord Draken coming back in time, trying to like destroy all Rangers and collect all the power for himself to be like this like all-powerful god in a way. And so this one actually ties into it. But what's interesting is Go-Go Power Rangers actually takes place pre-Tommy. So this is the team at the beginning where they're still trying to figure out who they are. So there's no Dragon Zord yet. There's none of that and everything like that. These are just the original 5 Rangers just trying to like figure things out, learn how to be Rangers living their lives.
Okay.
And so what's really cool is as we begin this issue, we begin to kind of taking place like from last issue where Kimberly's boyfriend Matt, who kind of had some problems and everything like that with like the place everything like that, is still dealing with this. And the guys are all trying to reach out to him. They're texting him to see if he wants to hang out. So he's still kind of being like seclusive in a way. But one of the really cool things about Go-Go this issue is they're filling us in like all the little things. Like, remember watching Power Rangers? You ever wonder, like, how the hell is Billy, like, 17 years old, but can build a freaking Zord?
Yes, yeah. Stuff like that. Like, I'd wonder that. I also wonder about the putties themselves. Like, why are they so stupid?
Exactly.
Like, stuff like that.
Exactly. So what's really cool is, in this issue, we find out why. Zord said that when you morph, you get a connection with your Zord, right? Okay. And so that's the reason why this Rangers can get in their Zords to control them and everything like that. So Billy comes up with the theory. If he morphs and spends time with the Zord, he'll begin to understand it even more, understand the workings of it, and begin to get the scientific knowledge for it. So he comes with this theory, and Trini's like, I don't know, Billy, I don't think it'll work, but he's like, I don't know, I think it might. Right. And so this kind of sets the precursor of why later on Billy becomes like the scientific expert.
Oh, jeez. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have to understand the morphing grid and everything else because he's been spending so much time with
more exactly in the Zord and everything like that. Okay. So it's really cool. So I give the writer a lot of credit. Like he's doing like the Lord's work right now. He's really like, you tell that he's a fan of Power Rangers and he's like filling in the gaps in the mythos for us. He's really taking it to that next level to really like give the continuity to it. And so then after that, we switch gears and they go to the future. And when our future Angel Grove, post-dystopian and everything like that, people are scrounging around. We see Bulk like running for his life. Cool thing is we see Bulk running. I didn't think it happened either. And so he's like running for his life and everything like that. And then they're about to get attacked by these the Draken soldiers, the like the Zax or whatever, the black soldiers. But then all of a sudden they get like 8 arrows in the back. Like, oh snap! And they cut up and we see a future version of Kimberly. And what's dope is this future version of Kimberly looks like the one from Pink Power, where she gets that new morph look and everything like that. So it's like pink and black and everything like that.
I loved it. That one was so good. That was the one with the right before the Dear John letter and everything, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like it looks kind of sick, but it's a little bit more post-dystopian and everything like that. And what's also dope is she has her bow and arrow, right? But the bow, you remember the sword Tommy used to have, right? Yeah. Though he was evil, worked for Rita and everything like that. She's kind of taking the sword and turned that to her bow and arrow.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like the little red thing on there. So they haven't said anything yet, but it has the look to it. It's like, oh snap, did she take the sword and make it to a weapon and everything? Oh, wow. So it's really sick. So we see her save their lives and everything like that. And they're like, okay, so she must be a good guy. Boom, cut back to the present. We go back to the present, and one of the things I love the most about Go-Go is it deals a lot with the Rangers' personal lives. Oh, okay. So the thing about this is like we kind of slow down. We get the storyline things of the Rangers, but we also get like who they are as people. So for example, we go to Jason's house. Jason gets a phone call, and he finds out that his they say that's Mr. Scott, and Jason's like, no, I'm Mr. Scott. What do you mean, Tess? And then Jason finds out his dad is sick. And Jason confronts him on it, but the thing about this is his dad's like, look, mind your business. I don't ask where you go at all hours of the day when you disappear, so respect my privacy as I respect yours, and don't tell your mother. This is not an issue. I'm going to tell her in my own time. And Jason's like distraught. He goes to his room. He doesn't know how to deal with this because again, he's like his dad may be dying, but he doesn't. He wants to tell his mom. But so we get this like kind of internal drama happening right there. Then we go to Kimberly's house and we found some stuff with Kimberly. She sees her dad with a suitcase. She's like, "Oh, you're going on another business trip, Dad?" No, he's leaving the mom.
That's right. Yeah. They're separated.
Exactly. So they're getting divorced. And what's really dope is, though, this is just, again, filling in these gaps on the Rangers. And it really is, like, telling us, like, more about them as people. Like, for example, for Kimberly, you brought that Dear John letter. The Dear John letter that we got back then, people were like, wow, that was just, like, really ice cold. Why would she do that? Well, Kimberly hates fighting.
Yeah.
She hates arguments and stuff like this. So the letter for her is the best way to do it because her parents got divorced, so she avoids conflict. So again, that's why I say the writer, like, you can tell he's a Power Rangers fan because he's gone in, we're filling in all these gaps and everything like that. And so we get this drama with the Rangers and everything like that, but then all of a sudden they get a call from Zord, and apparently Goldar's doing like a putty attack. He's attacking the train station. So they go to investigate why. They're over there beating on the putties as usual, and they're about to engage with Goldar, and Jake's like, Goldar, what are you doing here? But right as he says that, arrows start coming down from the sky.
Oh, okay. All right, fine.
So that Pink Ranger from the future shows up and comes in and starts attacking the putties and everything like that. And so at first, like, oh, they're going to team up. And then the Power Rangers are like, well, actually, I don't think she needs our help. She goes through the entire putty squad, slicing putties in half, goes at Goldar, kicks him in the chest, is like, takes him out by herself. They teleport away and everything like that. And they're like, man, who are you? Like, are you here to help and everything like that? Like, like it was like she tells him, was like, actually, no, I'm not. And she begins attacking the Rangers. And you're like, wait, what? Like, you're from the future. You're future Kimberly. Why are you attacking the Rangers? So they engage in this battle and everything like that. She beats up all the Rangers. It's her and Kim one-on-one. It looks like Kimberly's about to get it. Right. But then Kimberly, like, cracks one of her, like, signature jokes or whatever, turns the tables, and they're able to get away and teleport out. And the Pink Ranger from the future runs away. And so the Rangers go back to the base and like, Zordon, who was that? Like, is that a putty who looks like us or something like that? Is that another? And Zordon's like, actually, no, Rangers. Something's happened in the time stream. Something happens that I don't even understand, which we know is Shattered Grid. Right. So what's cool about this is that Shattered Grid affects every version of the team. For anybody who read the last issue of the annual, you know that it affected a future version of Tommy, who was part of the Power Rangers Turbo team. And so the thing about this, though, this can affect any iteration of the team. So for the Go-Go Rangers, this is all pre-Tommy. They're being involved in the Shattered Grid storyline. They don't know who Draken is. They don't know any of this stuff. And he's catching them by surprise. So we cut back to Kimberly, and we kind of skip through her dialogue. It seems like she's like the girlfriend or the servant of Draken, and she's looking for him.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
She has no idea where he's at within the time stream. So she's come looking here, and she's actually came to the wrong place. She came pre-Tommy. She was trying to come post-Tommy when Tommy showed up.
So is she what they call the Pink Hunter?
Exactly.
Right now?
Exactly. That's her. She's the Pink Hunter. Okay. And so we cut and everything like that. We go to the base, and we see Rita talking to her minions, and they're like, so what should we do? Should we go and bribe this new Ranger? Should we try to bend her to your will? And Rita's like, nah, don't do nothing. And sips a glass of wine. And they're like, wait, what? Okay. But when we get to our epilogue, we discover that Rita's going to go be with the Pink Ranger and make her offer. Because the Pink Ranger, the Pink Hunter, has come in her own Zord. Not just her own Zord, her own Mega Zord. And so she's yes, it's a new combination of Zords we haven't really seen before. Well, let me say it this way: it's a combination of Zords that we've seen before, but brought together a new way. And so she's here looking. So Rita says, "Here's the thing: you come here, you got the Zord, it can time travel, but it seems like you know what? You might need some power to power it. I can help you with that." And that's where issue ends. So to be honest with you, what do I describe? What do you think?
Well, automatically I'm in. And the thing is, what I'm finding out when it comes to Boom Studios and Power Rangers, every line, every story that they have is really good. And it gets better. It gets so in-depth concerning the characters. They're able to do things that the TV show can't do. And they're filling in gaps, like you said before. That's the whole goal of what they're doing with Boom Studios. And they get to address things that, well, we don't fully get to address in the way that we wish we could.
Exactly.
It's far more, adult would be one way to say it, but yet still not alienating the kids at all if they want to read it.
Exactly.
So it's like, I like that. And it's challenging, it's daring. They're doing something that I wish superhero comics would actually want to do with this one.
I agree with you. And honestly, again, I agree with you totally. Because one of my favorite parts about this is we get more of the Rangers. As old school Ranger fans, we didn't get that all the time because, you had the storyline. We had to defeat the monster of the week. We had to go to the Megazord, blah, blah, blah. We got a little bit of drama, but now we really get to see this character development of these Rangers. Yeah. So I'm loving that we get to see that. And again, I'm giving a lot of praise to the writing team as well as the art team. The art on this book is phenomenal. From the Rangers when they're in their uniform, when they're in civilian mode, so when they're morphed as Rangers, they look amazing. The artwork's on point. The action action scenes are awesome. Goldar looks sick. And think about this though, even Rita and like all the Zords and everything like that are all like super well drawn. And as far as sequential storytelling goes, you can really follow along the pacing of the story without even having to read the words. And again, so the artwork's amazing, the writing is on point. It's a book I highly recommend. So if you haven't read it yet, go check out Go-Go number 9. Now, let's give you some recommendations. So as you know, Go-Go Power Rangers is amazing. If you're reading Shattered Grid, you know that's amazing too. But you know what? If you're getting into the comic book scene, you want to check some other things out, I just want to come with some recommendations from stories that are ongoing right now that you should go check out. And one of those is a book called My Hero Academia.
I see what you did there. Since we're on the whole thing of Sentai, Power Rangers, superheroes, you bring this in.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's a great starting off point. So for anyone who's like a fan of anime or manga, you might be familiar with like a bunch of different series. And for a fan of comic books and superhero stories, this is the perfect blend of both worlds for you. My Hero Academia is an ongoing manga series that takes place in the futuristic Japan where everybody has mutant powers, but they're called quirks. So they have like all these cool abilities from turning gigantic to like turning to fire to being like modern day Superman. And so all these kids grow up, and some kids grow up where they get their powers and these become regular people. They still work in a grocery shop and whatnot. Their arms just might stretch along. Yeah. But there are a few select who want to become superheroes and protect people. They work in conjunction with the police. One of those kids is our main character named Deca. Now, Deca or Deku, like he wants to be a hero, but the problem is though he's growing up quirkless, which means he doesn't have any powers.
Okay.
And so when he meets his like modern day hero who's called All Might, who's pretty much their version of Superman, he asks him like, how can I be a hero without powers? And All Might looks at himself and well, you know what? I don't think you can. I think you need to find a new dream. Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Tells him to give up on his dream.
Yeah, it's kind of terrible. And so Deca, like he's like distraught. He doesn't know what to do and everything like that. And as he's walking home, he sees one of his best friends being attacked by this monster, and nobody can get to him to save him. And he's like stuck on his own. All Might sees this, and All Might he wants to help, but he's even frozen in action right there until Deca runs out and puts his life on the line to try to save his friend. Where heroes and All Might himself didn't do it. All Might sees this, gets inspired, defeats the monster, and then he goes to Deca and asks like, why did you do this? And Deca says, because he asked for help. And to All Might, this shows the true definition of what a hero is. So with that, All Might pledges to help him become the hero and possibly make him the greatest hero in the world. And that's the beginning of Deca's adventure. So if you get a chance, My Hero Academia, we've got some cool shots of the artwork and the cover and everything like that. Take a minute, give it a read. You can find it at your local bookshop, Barnes & Nobles. You can find it on Amazon and anywhere that manga is sold. So if you get a chance, check it out. I highly recommend it. So that was My Hero Academia. And if you want to find out more about it, guess what's coming up? This coming Saturday will be Free Comic Book Day. And one of the free comic book days that's being given out is a free My Hero Academia comic. So if you want to check it out, it's the perfect place to get that first issue to try out the series.
Oh, really? All right, cool. I'll pick that up. That's on my pick list for Free Comic Book Day.
There's also a Power Rangers comic coming out that day, too.
Oh, dude, yeah, I heard it's supposed to be amazing. It's supposed to really tie in still, almost like the annual.
To the Shattered Grid storyline. So here's the thing, this coming Saturday, go to your local comic shop, look them up online, and go find that out. And if you're in the California area, particularly the LA Santa Monica area, you can come check me out. As you guys know, I'm also a comic book writer, creator, and I'll be at Heidi Ho Comics. Some of my comics, Black vs. Brown Hand, Broken, and Teen Horror. So if you get a chance, come by Heidi Ho Comics in Santa Monica. We'll be giving out some free books. I'll be selling some of my books and signing. So I'd love to come talk to you in person. And you can also find me at JohnnyP313 on Twitter or Instagram to keep the conversation going. And Dale, where can they find you at?
You can find me following you. And you can also find me on Instagram at Battlestar Galactica. Always here at that hashtag show.
That's it. Thanks for coming.
Bye, guys.